So, you're thinking about making a move to Palm Coast, Florida, but aren't sure what the real estate process here is here in Florida? That's exactly what we're going to cover in today's video. Maybe you're a first-time buyer and you don't know where to start the whole home buying process. Or maybe you'll be moving here from another state and you're just not sure what the differences are here in Florida versus your home state. Those are the types of questions we're going to take a deep dive into on today's video, and we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Palm Coast living and what it's like to live in the surrounding areas here in Northeast Florida, make sure to hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell for notifications, and you'll be the first to be notified every time we put out new videos. My name is Stephanie Schulis. I'm with Keller Williams Realty, and we get calls, texts, and emails from folks just like you every day who are looking to make their move to Palm Coast, Florida. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Contact information is going to be in the description below, and we'll do everything we can to help you make a smooth move to Palm Coast, Florida. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the buying process here in Florida. And the most important step is the first step, and that's to make sure that you get your finances and your budget in order. You're going to want to have a clear understanding of how much you're comfortable spending every month on all things related to your home. So beyond just what you can get qualified for from a lender for purchase price, you're going to want to know what you're comfortable paying for homeowners insurance. You're going to want to know what you're comfortable paying in HOA or CDD fees and all those kinds of things. So take a good look at your finances, make your budget, and have some comfort in those numbers. The next step is going to be speaking with the lender if you're using financing and getting that pre-approval. Pre-approval is different than a pre-qualification, which is different than a full approval on a home. A pre-approval is what's going to let the seller know that you are a serious buyer and that you've already done everything you can to minimize any hiccups in the buying process. If you're not going with the lender and you're using cash, you're going to want to talk to your financial team to have a clear understanding of how much lead time you need to liquidate any assets and get that cash ready to be wired over to title companies. Funny story, you do not show up at the closing table with a suitcase full of cash when you're buying in cash. You want to know more about that? Ask me. It's pretty funny. The next step you're going to want to know about is kind of just determining your own needs and your own wants from the house and the neighborhood. For example, here in Palm Coast, Florida, we've got water everywhere. Do you want to live by the beach? Do you want to live by the intercoastal waterway? Do you want to live on a lake? Do you want to stay away from water and the possibility of alligators? Do you want to live next to a neighborhood park? Do you want to live right next to a school, to coffee shops, to restaurants? Do you want an HOA? Do you not want an HOA? Do you want a 3-bedroom house with an office, or do you need that 4th bedroom? Those are the kinds of things that you want to kind of discuss and have a clear picture on and be fully comfortable with before the next step, which of course is one of my favorite steps, and that's meeting with your agent. I do suggest you interview a few different agents, get to know us, see who's going to be the best fit for you. You're not only going to want to work with an agent that understands the market inside and out, you're going to want to work with somebody who takes the time to get to know you, to get to understand your wants and your needs, so that they can help customize the process as much as possible to you and your goals. Once you've gotten all of that out of the way, the real fun starts, and that's house shopping. You're going to start getting alerts, you're going to start going on showings to houses. Hopefully you have a great relationship with your agent, and you guys are working as a team to evaluate whether these homes fit your needs, what adjustments may need to be made, and you can work forward in real time to find your dream home. The next step, of course, is to make an offer. In our market here currently, we are still seeing a handful of multiple offer situations. However, that has died down a lot since kind of the peak frenzy that we had 2 years ago. But it is still possible. It is a strong seller's market here in Northeast Florida. Most homes are selling for about 97-98% of asking price right now. But unlike a few years ago, we are starting to see some adjustments and negotiations happen, especially when it comes to inspections and that due diligence period. Once your offer is accepted, you will have to give your binder payment. Binder payment has a few different names. We do call it a binder here in Florida. It can also be an escrow deposit. It is not your full down payment. Those are different terms. So you'll have to give that over usually within 3 days of going over the contract, or with the contract being accepted, apologies. And then after that, everything goes over to the title company. The title company is who accepts your binder payment and holds on to that binder payment. Your agents do not hold on to that money. The other side does not hold on to that money. That money is not released until the date clarified in the contract. Once all of that's done, you are officially in your due diligence period. Your due diligence period is where we're going to have a home inspection. Depending on the home, there might be a few different inspections. If you're buying a home that's on a septic tank, we're probably going to do a home inspection, a septic inspection. Insurance companies can give discounts on really good, clean reports on roofs and on windows. Those are called wind mitigation and 4-point inspections. If you have a pool, you're going to want the pool and the pool parts inspected, things like that. So there may be more than one inspection, so be aware of that and make sure you're talking to your agent about those costs, about all of those different inspections that you may want to have done during your due diligence period. Another aspect of the due diligence period is going to be making sure that everything you want in the home is going to be possible. For example, if you have a boat, you're going to want to make sure that you can stow the boat at your house, in your driveway, in your backyard, or if that's not possible, you're going to want to investigate how far away boat storage is and seeing if that is amenable to your lifestyle and your wants and your needs. If you're wanting to put an RV, a trailer, so that, in-laws can come and stay or anything like that, those are all things and questions you're going to want to have answered while you're still in the due diligence period. If anything during that time period goes wrong, if your inspection comes up with something that neither side can agree to make repairs on, if you've changed your mind, if either of you find information out that makes the home just not a fit, you would get that binder payment back. If you find that information out and change your mind after the due diligence period, you would lose that binder payment. So the due diligence period is a very important part of the process. It's important, again, that your agent fully understands your wants and needs with the home and can work with you to go beyond just a home inspection and make sure that you're fully comfortable moving forward. After the inspection the bank will order an appraisal. If you are purchasing with cash, an appraisal is not required. You may choose to do one for your own records and your own notes and your own information. Your agent can work with you to find an appraiser. Unlike a bank, you will get to pick your own appraiser in that instance, and you'll pay them directly. When it's done through a bank, you do not select who the appraiser is. It is random. The appraiser will come and just verify that the money that the bank is loaning is equal to or less than the value of the home. Once that hurdle is through, that's when the title company really starts to do their work and their job. Their job is to make sure that the person selling the home has every right to sell the home. There's not going to be some secret owner that comes out 3 years later and says they have rights to the home. So they're going to make sure that the property is clean and clear to sell. They're going to check and make sure that there's not any any holds on the house, that there's not any back pay taxes, etc., any liens, any claims to the home. So we're going to make sure all of that's nice and clear for you. And then the lender, if you're financing during this time, is also going to be going through underwriting. And so you may be asked to resubmit some documents. If there's been a month change, you'll be asked to submit the most recent month's financial statements from your banks, pay stubs, things like that. And if the underwriters have any questions about anything in your financial history, they'll kind of talk to you and get some more information for that. Once we have approval and clear to close from lender, once all of the cash has been liquidated if you're buying in cash and we have that available to wire, and once title company has cleared everything and made sure that we're good to go, we get to move on to closing. If you've noticed in this process, I haven't said anything about lawyers. In some states, we have lawyers involved on the buy side, on the sell side, and then with the paperwork, the closing paperwork. Here in Florida, we just work with the title company. It is not very common for either side to have their own personal lawyer. The title company acts as that third party to make sure that everyone benefits and it's a happy, smooth process. And so when we get to the closing table, the only people involved are the sellers, the seller agent, you as the buyers, your buyer agent, and then the title company representative. And that's typically it. And most often, you're not even at the table at the same time. You will sign separately is much more common than everybody meeting at the same time and closing at the closing table. So just be aware of that. Once you have signed your life away in all of those documents, and if you are financing, it is a thick stack of documents that you'll have to sign, so make sure you do some wrist exercises, get ready to sign your life away there. If you're buying in cash, it's a smaller packet, but still quite a few signatures. You're going to want to bring your ID and anything else that your agent instructs you to bring. And go to the closing table, you sign your life away, and then you get the keys, and then you get to move in, and then you get to start this new chapter here in Palm Coast, Florida. If you have any other questions about the buying process in Florida, please be sure to reach out. You can make a comment below, shoot me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and we will get back to you and get those questions answered and help you make a smooth move to Palm Coast, Florida. See you on the next video.